Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The hot, ready?
58, the mic. You must be dreaming.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check the hot read.
Quaker Omaha.
On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Bravo. 50 seconds, the mic. Night, sweetheart.
Cousins. And this is Cook for the ground. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Shift. Check.
Hey, ball.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Mike's back forward. Good track. 54.
Hey, D-line. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hey, watch that.
On third down, Trubisky. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are backed up as far as they can be. They're going to start this drive at their own 1.
And it's on this very site in the old Metrodome. Obviously, this is a new stadium. But remember, Tony Dorsett broke off a 99-yard touchdown run on a Monday night game against the Vikings, one that we'll remember for the ages.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
You don't want no problem.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Gun.
57's Mike.
Hey, Steamer.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it with Cohen. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. No score after one on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's put that team on the...
Now Cook running right. Cook with a first down and much more as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Get him, boy.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go, D. Alert.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Oh, boy, I know you built that one.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
22's coming, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 22. You can't block me.
From the 35 on second down, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, alert 3. Bang. Hey, alert. Move. He's checking crab. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Cook. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Under 10, 10. Alert 3. 25, check 25, check 25.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Safety's creeping. Rush in. Rush in. Yellow. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Bring it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. 18.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
He wasn't ready.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Alert. Kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Lock in.
They try again with Cohen. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there.
Red, up.
Let's go, D.
Alert. Joker.
Now it's Trubisky.
No.
Hey, watch in.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, check 20. Hey, 18. Watch the
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Alert flare.
Now Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down.
Listen to me.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 50.
Hey, Delta.
I got one.
Here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
The hot. 180.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Wait, the hot.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 85 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, 18.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Squeeze him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
180.
54, Mike 54. All day, baby, all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Out. 3 down. Out.
Hey, Ken. Good routes here. Hey, exit.
58 to Mike.
Hey, flipper.
To Mike. Check.
300.
Wide. Get wide.
What's that?
Cousins to throw it. And that is intercepted. by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's get it.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Leave it, bring up 48.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Well, they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Again, it's Cohen. A nice little juke. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Check 31. Check 31.
Lock in.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Red, tuck.
I got him.
Check nickel.
Alert.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It's our field.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, it's Cook. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check it back.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Vikings, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.